Hello crafters, welcome to Stampin' Crafty with Carolyn. My name's Carolyn Levitsky and I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up. And I have some important news to pass on to you today. The old catalog, the 2020 to 2021, May 3rd is the last day that you can order from that catalog. The new catalog is effective as of May 4th, and it will run from 2021 to 2022. Also, if you are a person who makes a lot of cards, and perhaps you're spending a lot of money, you should consider this offer that Stampin' Up! is giving you. You will get a kit with $155 worth of product, and you get to choose the product that you want to order. $155 worth of product, and you only have to pay $99 now. I think that's quite a value. You're saving yourself $56, and you'll get a discount for all of your ordering. You do not have to go out and sell, or you do not have to make videos. If you just want to use it for your own use, that's up to you. So I hope you'll consider joining my team. I would love to have you on my team. Leave me a comment. I will get back to you. And I am a little excited today because today is my 10th video. So I'm very happy about that. And I hope that you're enjoying whatever videos that you have watched that I have put out there for you. We're going to make a card. There's two different names. Some call it a swing card. Others call it a flip-flop card. And this is what we're making. And it flips and it flops and it swings. It does the whole thing. And we're using the designer series paper called Beauty of the Earth. And the paper is beautiful, as you can see from that card. Now, let me give you the cutting dimensions. Today I'm doing pretty much the same card as I just showed you. And I'm using the cherry cobbler. And it's cut 8.5 by 5.5. And it's scored at 4 1/4 and 2 2/8. The next thing is a designer paper. Isn't that beautiful? And it's cut 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and this is for the inside. And we also have 2 pieces of designer series paper, and this is cut 2 inches by 5 1/4 inches. We're using the same designer series paper. We also have a bunch of labels that we have to make, and I have my dies and I got them all done for you, so we wouldn't have to be bothered doing that. All right. Now, the first thing we need to do is we're going to start attaching all of this designer series paper, so I need to get my Stampin' Seal and get that started. And I always use my craft mat. It's wonderful. It saves my area from getting tacky and sticky. Now we need to adhere these 2 pieces to this side of the card where the flip-flop is going to happen. And I do want to line my top up with the top of the piece of the insert that's next to it. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have adjusted the way my camera sees the work area. Okay, now we have things done thus far. The next thing we have to do, and this is very important and it can be tricky, is we have to do a cutout here so that we can get that flip-flop. Now, I'm using the Hippo Friends Die Set. It's a wonderful set. I was just amazed the first time I saw this set because it has so much to it. Look at all these labels that you could make. So I decided to use the stitch dies from this set. I took the largest and then the next to the largest one. And we're going to use the largest one to make our cutout for the flip-flop. I found this to be a very tricky thing, and I've tried many different ways to get it cut out properly. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is find the middle of your die and take a magic marker or a Sharpie pen and make a little mark there so you know where the center is, because now this center needs to be where the crease is, and we need to line this up so it's 5.5, so perhaps right about there should be good. And I'm going to put some washi tape on this, and I will tell you, you do need to be very careful with washi tape because it can tear your cards when you're taking it off. Then I've seen this done many different ways. And for me, let me bring my die and embossing machine in so that you could see how I'm doing this. For me, the best way to do this is to line it up with the rest of the card coming off of your base. Oh, we're going to run it through, and if you go over the crease mark a little bit, that's okay. Don't worry about that. And because you do not have your plate on top of the rest of the card coming apart here, it will not cut. Let me see. Let me ask, do your plates look like this? If they do, I congratulate you, because that means you've been doing a lot of card making and die cutting. All right, I think we can get rid of this. Push that over to the side. I just love that die machine. And now we carefully have to remove the washi tape because we don't want to tear the front of our card. Sometimes I just take the washi tape and put it on top of the cut and die machine, or the die and emboss machine, and reuse it. So now this is what we have. We have this little cut, and look at that. That's what we produced from doing that one simple thing, just not allowing the die to run through the whole card. And I have seen it done a couple of different ways, and like I said, for me, that seemed to be the best way to do it. All right, so now what we're going to do is we need to take and strengthen this. So we're going to take what I had already cut out before we started and apply it to the front. And we want to be very careful in doing this. We want to be sure we have it lined up right. There. That looks great. Now the next one we're going to do is we're going to put one here, and we're going to bring this down like so, and we're going to just kind of tuck that in and lift it up and make sure that it's equal to the one on top. Well, we can always do that again. We need to put some tape runner. So again, we're just going to take this, make sure that it fits properly. Then we're going to, whoops, and then we're going to fold it. I had no trouble with the last card. There we go. So when you fold it over, you don't see that bottom. Now we need something to write our messages on. So we could do it on the cherry cobbler, I suppose, but I think it will look better on white. And we want to try and center this as best we can. I will not tap it down until it looks centered. Okay, that looks perfect to me. And do the same over here. It just dresses the card up, I think, by putting the white on top of the cherry cobbler. And again, we close it, and it stays closed like that. Now, because we already have cherry cobbler and it's reinforced, I'm going to take a small white piece and put it there. Once you get the hang of doing this card, it's not as difficult as you may think. All right, again, I'm not going to tap it down. I'm just going to wait and see. Line it up as best I can. And then press. So, we have this for our front. Then you open it up. And isn't that, I think that's awfully pretty, and I love the paper. This is called a swing. You could do it in a circle. You can make a circle. You could, instead of doing a salutation, you could put stamp object, flowers, or cut some flowers and put some flowers there. All right, I have some very pretty sayings that I'm going to put on the card, and they're all from this set. Enjoy the moment. A nice set. And we're going to use our Stays On. I'm waiting for my Memento ink to come. I've ordered it, but it hasn't come yet. Maybe the next order I receive. So this is Enjoy the Moment. And again, we're going to try and get it centered as best we can. And for those of you who are perhaps new, when you put a stamp down, you should hold it down for a few seconds, because that will help the paper to absorb the ink. And always clean your stamps off after you use them. They'll give you a much longer life. So now we're going to open it up. I have a saying here, and it's friendship is found in simple things. How true. Did you ever meet someone and right away you know you're going to be friends? And then there are times we got to put that stamp away. We don't want to get ink where we don't want it. And then there are times when you meet someone and you've known them for a very long time, and it takes a while. It just takes a while for some reason. But I think the bond that you can make with these people are very special. So friendship is found in simple things, and that's very true. And again, I've got to clean this off. And then I have another stamp, and it says, good things are worth waiting for. And isn't that the truth? Sometimes I'm impatient. I can get very impatient waiting for things, like my Memento ink pad. But the Stays On ink works just as well. Okay, this is almost just barely going to fit. And let's hold that down for a little bit. And there we have, good things are worth waiting for. Let's let that dry before we put anything on it. And I forgot to put my bow on. I need to do some card surgery again. I don't know what it is. This bow is a gold shimmer ribbon, and it does have a lovely shimmer to it. Shimmer's on both sides, actually. So what I'm going to do is card surgery. Sometimes it's necessary. I'm going to open it up at the top and bottom because we need to tuck it in. Thank God for the pick tool, huh? And we're going to run some tape runner using my craft mat, because I know if I used my work area, I would end up with a very sticky work area. And we're going to put it about 1/4 of an inch in, because we have this tag here. So we want to leave a little room, and this is going to get folded over. Tuck that behind the insert, and this will get folded over. Okay, and I do believe we need a little more glue on each end. It's wonderful when you can improvise, isn't it? All right, so far, there's our card. Enjoy the moment. Open it up. We get that swing or flip-flop. And friendship is found in simple things, as well as good things are worth waiting for. And the paper is just beautiful, including the cherry cobbler. Okay, now we need to put some enameled dots on, and I think I'll use the pink, the gold. And for those of you who are new, I will say this, I say it in all my videos, but sometimes you get a new person you put your sticky gems or enamel dots, whatever you may have to put on, you need to put them on in series of odd numbers. Threes, fours, threes, fives, and sevens, and I gotta move that because we have a bow to put on there. So I'll put it right down there. You could always change things around. Nothing needs to be permanent. All right, now we're going to make the bow. You need to leave a tail long enough because if you lose the tail, the bow will fall apart. So you need to make a little rabbit ear. Keep your fingers like so, wrap it around, bring it through, and grab what you're bringing through and hold on to that tail if you can, because if you lose it, you'll lose the bow. Now, of course, we don't want to put something big like that on, so we need to do some adjusting of our bow. And we can keep adjusting it, and we could be as fussy as we want to be because it's our card. And there you go. All right, I need to get my paper snips that I use strictly for ribbon and cut that. And that's going to sit there. And we're going to use glue dots to adhere it to the card. If you notice, I tied a little ribbon around the glue dot paper. Otherwise it just unravels, and it goes everywhere. So we have our ribbon all made the way, the size we want it and how we want it. And now we're going to tack it down. And I do have a little piece of ribbon here that seems to want to go where it wants to go. And we need to control that. So I'm going to get another glue dot and use my take a pick. And we'll put that there like so. And there we have our card. Open it up, close it, open it, close it. People are going to wonder, how did they get that to do what it's doing? Truly. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this particular card that we made, especially since this is my 10th video. I'm really excited. I feel so much more relaxed than when I first started. And I do enjoy doing this. So, I do have to ask you to do something for me, if you would. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up. I need thumbs up. And since I am new, YouTube does look to see how we're doing. They check our statistics, our analytics. Also, when you hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up, there should be a bell. You could ring the bell and you should get a notification as to when one of my videos is coming out. Well, anyway, I do want to thank you for being here. I do appreciate the time that you spend with me. And I hope that you will come back and see more of my videos. And use my house code, please. That will be coming up at the end of my video. Here's your card. Flip flop or swing, whichever you want to call it. I hope you make it. Enjoy. Have a great rest of the day. Bye now.